Hello everyone, we are from Group 5. We are presenting cultivation parameters and harvesting technique for Spirulina species. Spirulina is a type of cyanobacteria, has gained significant attention due to its exceptional nutritional value and diverse application in various industries, known for its high protein content, abundance of vitamin and mineral, and potent antioxidants. Spirulina is extensively used in dietary supplement, animal feed, and biofuels. So, this project aims to explore the comprehensive process of cultivating spirulina with a particular focus on optimizing growth condition, analyzing environmental factors, and employing effective harvesting technique. Economic viability shown with a value 0.43 Malaysian ringgit per gram. Next, we move into the problem statement. Number 1 is influence of environmental factor. Spirulina growth is affected by various factors. So, we need a systematic study in controlled setting. The lack understanding of growth optimal condition hinder the development of efficient cultivation technique. Number 2 is impact of light, salinity, and nutrients. The precious effect of this factor on growth kinetic and biomass remain unexplored. Addressing this gap crucial for developing strategies to maximize biomass production in spirulina cultivation system. The last one is monitoring and control. Environmental parameters such as pH, light intensity, and salinity vital for the successful cultivation of spirulina species. Developing accurate measurement and control methods facilitates maintaining optimal growth conditions. So here we have 3 hypotheses based on the objective. Number 1 is optimal levels of pH, light and salinity will increase growth rate and biomass yield. Number 2 is cosarid media and syrup nutrients will enhance growth and yield compared to the conventional method. The last one is stable pH, light intensity and salinity over time lead to consistent and enhanced growth. Then let's move into research question. The first one is what are the optimal pH level, light intensities and salinity condition for maximizing the growth and biomass production of spirulina species and laboratory cultivation system. Number 2 is how do cosarid media and syrup nutrient formulations affect the growth kinetic and biomass yield of spirulina species under controlled laboratory conditions. Number 3 is what are the key growth parameters such as biomass productivity, absorbent values, and cell density that significantly influence spirulina species cultivation, and how do these parameters contribute to understanding its growth, dynamic, and metabolic activity. So there is 3 main objectives of this research project. Number 1 is to maximize the biomass production of spirulina species within the laboratory environment by adjusting growth parameters including testing and optimizing the use of cosarid media and syrup nutrient. Number 2 is to study the effects of pH, light intensity, and salinity on the growth of spirulina species by monitoring parameters such as absorbent and cell counts. This analysis aims to determine their impact on growth dynamic and biomass yield. The last one is to monitor and analyze the temporal variation in growth dynamic, including changes in pH, light intensity, and salinity over a 4-week period to understand the correlation between environmental condition and spirulina species proliferation. Then let's move into the literature review. Number 1 is commercial application and market demand. Spirulina is a versatile ingredient in food and beverage products such as health supplements, functional food, and natural colorant. It is valued for its rich nutritional profile, high protein content, and bioactive compound, making it popular among health-conscious consumers. Steady market growth is driven by consumer awareness of its health benefit and sustainable production practice. Studies emphasize its potential as a protein source and natural green dye, contributing to its commercial appeal. Number 2 is market trends and consumer perception. The increasing consumer interest in health and sustainability drive the spirulina market. So, addressing production costs and consumer perception is vital for enhancing its commercial potential in the food industry. The last one is pricing, availability, and optimization. We start with pricing influence. Pricing of spirulina product is influenced by production costs, market demand, and quality standard and regulatory requirement. According to Vilaro et al. 2024, advancement in production technology and scalability have helped to mitigate costs and improve cost effectiveness. Number 2 is pricing strategies. Pricing varies across product category. Spirulina-based supplement often command premium price due to their health benefit and nutritional value. The production cost of dried spirulina biomass is reported to be around 0.43 cent Malaysian ringgit per gram. Alberto et al. 2019 highlighting the need for cost-effective production methods. Number 3 is economic viability. Commercialization of spirulina drive extract like phycocyanin with command a higher price averaging around 1,025 Malaysian ringgit per kg. The Warajah et al. 2022 shows economic potential. The economic viability depends on biomass yield, cultivation methods, input cost, and market price. Study by Vilaro et al. 2024 emphasized optimizing production process to reduce cost and enhance profitability. The last one is innovative cultivation system. Innovation include open pond, closed photobioreactor, and hybrid system, which offer potential cost-saving opportunities and scalability.
Now we move on to the material and method. This research, based on the work of Mohd Ayal 2021, focused on optimizing the growth conditions of Spirulina species by investigating the impact of various environmental factors and evaluating temporal variation in growth dynamics. The primary goal is to enhance the biomass yield of Spirulina species by systematically analyzing and optimizing pH, light intensity and salinity level in a controlled laboratory environment. First research activities is optimization of growth medium. The objective is to determine the most effective growth medium for Spirulina species by experimenting with different concentrations of co-arid media and Zaruk nutrients. In these activities, we prepare multiple media formulation, inoculate Spirulina species, and measure growth parameters such as biomass yield, absorbance, and cell density over a specified period. In detail, we use standard laboratory procedures to mix different nutrient concentration. Then we inoculate cultures using sterile technique and measures growth parameter using hemocytometer for cell count, spectrophotometer for absorbance, and dry weight measurements for biomass yield. Next activity is environmental factor analysis to investigate the effect of varying pH levels, light intensity and salinity on the growth of Spirulina species. We conduct experiments with control variation in pH, light intensity and salinity, and monitor growth parameter to determine the impact of growth dynamic and biomass yield. In detail, we set up experiment with buffer solutions to create pH level of 6.5, 7.5 and 8.5. Then adjust light intensities using LED glow lights at 2000, 4000 and 6000 lux. Modify salinity level by adding sodium chloride to create condition of 0.5%, 1% and 1.5%. Then measure growth parameter at regular intervals using the same method as in the optimization section and perform statistical analysis to determine the impact of each factor on growth. Last activity is temporal variation studies. This is to analyze the temporal variation in growth dynamic of Spirulina species by monitoring changes in pH, light intensity and salinity over a 4-week period. The method is we record and analyze growth parameter regularly to identify correlations between environmental conditions and growth phases. We monitor pH, light intensity and salinity daily using calibrated meter. Record growth parameter every 3 days using consistent measurement techniques for absorbance, cell count and biomass. We then use statistical methods such as ANOVA to analyze the data and examine trends to correlate specific growth phase with environmental changes. This is the example of preparing growth media for Spirulina. Different concentrations such as nitrogen and ammonium were mixed using standard lab procedure to know whether it is optimum to grow Spirulina. Next, in the inoculate culture step, the Spirulina was inoculate, and this is the inoculum of Spirulina that grew in Zaruk medium using sterile technique. In a measure growth parameter step, different growth parameters were measured regularly such as optical density, cell population and dry weight. In analyze data step, this is the data analysis of different media to determine the best medium for growing Spirulina. Zaruk medium is one of the best media due to its preserved content in Spirulina along the period. Now, I will explain the detail of how environmental factor analysis were conducted to Spirulina culture. First, the pH experiment was set up. pH level of 6.5, 7.5 and 8.5 were created using buffer solution. Next, we had light intensity adjustment towards Spirulina culture, where light intensity at 2000, 4000 and 6000 lux were set using LED glow lights. This is the way of Spirulina culture were exposed to different light intensity. Then we had salinity level modification on Spirulina growth. The salinity conditions of 0.5%, 1% and 1.5% were created by adding sodium chloride. There is a difference in Spirulina growth rate when modifying the salinity level on them. We then had measurement growth parameter step as in optimization method, where we measure the growth of Spirulina culture regularly. Lastly, we conduct effect analysis step in which we perform statistical analysis to determine the impact of each environmental factor on growth. Lastly, this is the detail of temporal variation studies. We had daily monitoring. pH, light intensity and salinity were recorded daily using calibrated meters. Then, we had growth parameter recording, in which absorbance, cell counts and biomass were measured every 3 days using consistent technique. And then we had correlation identification, in which data trends were examined to correlate specific growth phases with environmental changes. Lastly, we had data analysis, in which statistical methods such as ANOVA were applied to assess the significance of observed variation.
Next, I will be present the schematic design of our lab culture setup. Let's begin with in the room 1. Here in figure 1, you can see the top view of our lab culture design. This view gives us a comprehensive look at the layout. Next, we move to figure 2, which presents the side view from the left of the lab culture setup in the room 1. Continue with figure 3, we have the side view from the right by offering a mirror image. Now, figure 4 shows the diagonal view of the lab culture design in the room 1. Shifting our focus to the outdoor setup, figure 5 shows the top view of the lab culture design in the sheltered greenhouse, and figure 6 presents the left side view of the outdoor lab culture setup. In figure 7, we can see the right side view of the outdoor lab culture setup. Finally, in figure 8, we have the diagonal view of the lab culture design in the outdoor sheltered greenhouse that was designed by using IB's paint apps. As for harvesting process, started with the watering process, as we need to collect culture from growth medium using stirrer technique. The water to remove water content using nylon or cotton mesh filters, and filtered biomass collected for further processing, followed by next process, which is centrifugation. We started with the water biomass centrifuge at 4000 rpm for 10 minutes. Centrifugation concentrates spirulina cell and supernatant carefully decants, so there is no living concentrated biomass. Next process is washing, then drying before it was grinding and powdering, and the final product will be stored in airtight containers. Figure 9 shows the logo for our company, which is Pure Spira, which describes the product that gives purity and high quality nature of spirulina, with our main slogan is naturally pure, naturally powerful. The slogan naturally pure means that it's free from artificial additive, preservative, and chemicals. Meanwhile, natural powerful means the nutritional benefits of spirulina, including its high protein content, vitamin, mineral, and antioxidant. Figure 10 shows the front design for the product packaging of raw spirulina powder product, while figure 11 shows the front view of product packaging for raw spirulina powder. Figure 12 shows the back design for the product packaging in detail of raw spirulina powder product, and figure 13 shows the back view of product packaging of raw spirulina powder. The data analysis process involves 3 steps, which is first, optimization of growth condition with objective to analyze the effect of conserved media and zero nutrients on spirulina species growth by using following dust method, which is record biomass yield, absorbance, and cell density. Compare results across different media formulation, use statistical tools to determine the most effective medium, measure and record growth parameter at specific interval to ensure consistent data collection. Next is environmental factors analysis, with its objective to evaluate the impact of pH, light intensity, and salinity on spirulina species growth by following dust method, which measure growth parameter at regular intervals under varying conditions. Perform ANOVA to identify significant differences in growth rates and biomass yield due to changes in pH, light intensity, and salinity, and use graphical representation to visual impacts of each environmental factor on growth. The last step is temporal variation studies, with its main objective to understand the relationship between environmental condition and spirulina species growth dynamic over time by using methods as monitor and record pH, light intensity, and salinity daily, measure growth parameter every 3 days, and followed by use time series analysis to identify correlation between environmental variation and growth phases. Lastly, analyze trend and fluctuation using statistical and graphical tools.
Next, let's move into the research timeline. The duration of this research project is 5 months, which is from 18 March 2024 until 18 August 2024. The research location is lab or open space of Department of Biology, Faculty of Science, University Putra Malaysia. Activity and dates. The activity we do is chemical preparation and lab or field setup. We started in 18 March 2024 until 18 April 2024, which is 1 month. Number 2 is acclimatization of culture, started at 19 April 2024 until 19 May 2024, which is 1 month. Feed culture setup cycle 1, which is started in 20 May 2024 until 10 June 2024, which is 3 weeks. Harvesting 11 June 2024 until 1 July 2034. The last one is post-harvest or packaging, that started on 2 July 2034 until 31 July 2024, which is 1 month. Now, let's move into milestone and date. The activity that we do in our research is acquisition of algae in lab baths, feed experiment cycle 1, feed experiment cycle 2, harvesting of algae, post-harvesting process, and packaging. There is of activity that means cumulative project completion percentage of 100% in 5 months. Now, let's take a look into the Gantt chart of research. The figure 30 shows the Gantt chart of the research, including all the milestones, as I have stated before.
First, let's look at the total salary allocation for our project. The total salary budget is Rm 50,400, which cover all the wages for our team members involved in the project, including research, technician, and support staff. Next, we have the budget for material and supply, which total Rm 4,360 and 10 cents. That includes all the consumable items needed for the project, such as chemical, glassware, and all the small items required for day-to-day operation. Moving on, the total budget for accessories and equipment is Rm 221,557 and 50 cents. Finally, the total investment for our lab culture project stand at Rm 276,337 and 60 cents, which represent the combined total of all expenses, including salary, material, supplies, accessories, and equipment. First, I will present the return of investment for our project. First, let's review the estimated revenue for our product with price ranging from Rm 100 to 40 cents per unit, and a total of 4,000 units expected to be sold, and the total estimated revenue is Rm 408,560. Our net profit is Rm 132,242 and 40 cents, and when calculated, the return of investment for our project is 47.86%. Spira feature for spirulina cultivation focuses on enhancing technique to maximize yield and optimize nutritional profiles using advanced bioreactor and automated monitoring system. Research will study the effect of pH, light, and salinity for developing tailored protocol for specific goals and ensuring sustainable production. Improvement in harvesting and processing will include dewatering, centrifugation, and advanced drying technique to preserve nutrition and extend shelf life. Spira will also develop value-added products like supplement, fortified food, beverages, and cosmetic by collaborating with experts. Emphasizing sustainability, Spira will implement closed-loop system, adopt renewable energy, and use spirulina for bioremediation. These efforts aim to position Spira as an industry leader with high quality and versatile product.
That's all from us. Thank you for watching.